I like Chapter 6 Season 2, I really do, but then I think back and remember Chapter 1 Season 7. Now, I've been playing Fortnite since Chapter 1 Season 1, and as an OG of the game, I could confidently say that this is a top 3 favorite season of all time of mine. The vibes of this season was so great, especially for 2018, because 2018 is Fortnite's best year they've ever had. They had peak season after peak season after one another, because we went and started from Season 2 to Season 7. And they are all phenomenal seasons. No other game has had the record that Fortnite had for having great seasons back to back to back to back. It was crazy. But this season in particular had a different vibe to it. This season had just a different atmosphere, and it worked perfectly. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you why this season is one of my favorite seasons of all time. So first things first, this season came out during Christmas, and Christmas time is one of the best time periods for a season to come out because everyone's just more chilled, everyone's relaxed, and everyone could just play Fortnite. And let me tell you something, the Christmas theme for this season has never been replicated. The Winterfest just aesthetic of this game was maybe only replicated one other time the next year in Chapter 2 Season 1, but nothing will beat the original vibes of Christmas. Hell, even Season 2 did it well the year before, but this one I think beat the year prior. Another thing that's great about this season is the Battle Pass. The Battle Pass for this season was so good. We got great skins with great edit styles, such as we had the Ice King at tier 100. He was a great final skin, and he had multiple edit styles, which made him match with anything for combos. We also had 2 great tier 1 skins. We had Lynx and we had Zenith, which they were both great skins, matched the season perfectly. And there was plenty of other things you could get in that Battle Pass that were just great to have for a very good price, by the way, because you could get the Battle Pass for only 950 V-Bucks, which means that you only had to spend about £7 on it, which was a bargain. And it still is a bargain, but Fortnite's going through inflation right now, so they've had to make the Battle Passes 1,000 V-Bucks. Another great aspect of the season that made it truly top tier was the map change. This was the first time they ever made the map fully covered in snow, which was a big risk from Epic Games. They could have just left it how it was and added maybe a tiny bit of snow here and there, but no, they covered the whole thing in snow. And as the weeks went on and as more updates came out, they started to make the snow dissolve quite a bit. And obviously, we've seen like these locations before, like Tilted Towers and Loot Lake, and especially Paradise Palms, but we never saw them really in snow, and it was a great thing, and it was unique to see for the most part back then. All right, let's talk about another great thing the season has going for it. This was around the time when many people didn't know how to play Fortnite, so it was more fun. You were fighting people of your own skill level, because this being 2018 and all, not many people learned the game yet. In this year, Ninja was considered the best Fortnite player, and even nowadays, in today's standards, you could argue he wasn't even that good. He just learned before everyone else. So you were fighting people of the same skill level, and that's why it was so fun, because there was no tryhards. There was no sweats just trying to kill you. They were trying to have fun as well. And obviously around this map, you could have a lot of fun. Like, everything's covered in snow. And that, again, that's what made OG Fortnite so great. It wasn't like a competition. It was just a fun game to play, and you could play it with your friends, you could play it by yourself. Like, you had that option, and that's what made this game so great in its prime. Now, while the season was great, they did have many issues, such as the vehicles they added. They added the plane to this game, which I think is a great vehicle they added, but they made it a bit too overpowered, because you could be playing and then someone could just come in with a plane and just run right over you. This isn't like how I think Chapter 5 Season 3 perfected the vehicle movements, where it could be used for both transport and a weapon, but they didn't make it too overpowered. At the start, they did in Chapter 5 Season 3, but eventually they worked on it, and it was only used mainly for like transport, and it could be used as a weapon from here and there when you get some mods to it. But with that said, though, the vehicles are very good. I mean, we kept old vehicles that we had in previous seasons, like shopping carts and golf carts, but we also had the plane, like I said, and that was okay for the most part. Like, you could use it greatly for transport, but that's like one of the lesser known aspects of the season. It doesn't really do much for me. But another thing that makes this season so notable was this was the season where we got the first icon skin, technically. This is where we got the Marshmello live event. Now, let me tell you something. I was there for this, and no other game had made me feel so impressed with what they were doing than Fortnite did around this time when they were doing the Marshmello event, because they made such a big deal out of this, and it absolutely delivered on all fronts. Like, we got the lighting, We got Marshmello's skin, which I have and I'm an OG owner of. I bought the skin on the day it came out. I have the Keep It Mellow emote, and I have everything from that concert. And I'm glad that I watched that concert because that laid the foundation for other concerts to come in through the years, like the Travis Scott concert. And that's why this season is so good, because it laid the foundation for other seasons in the future. And I think that's a key reason why this season is so special to me. Now, you might be wondering, how can the 7th season of a game lay the foundation? Well, because it made way for future seasons of the game. Things happening in this season happened, so other things are the same that happened in the future could happen. I know that sounds confusing, I know, but it's the truth. Without the Marshmello concert, we couldn't get the Travis Scott concert. And another thing that obviously could make this season one of the best as well is just the nostalgia of it all. Because around Christmas time, you could be scrolling on TikTok and you could see all of these guys posting about the nostalgia of 2018 Christmas, which was around the time the season came out. And you could see just the cozy vibes of it, the chill vibes, playing with your friends, and that's what brings the season up as well. It was just a chill time period to be playing the game, and you can say that for almost all the Chapter 1 seasons, really, besides Season X, in my opinion. But yeah, this season just had chill vibes that, like, other seasons of this chapter could match. Like, Chapter 1 Season 5 was a great season for the summertime. Chapter 1 Season 6 was a great season for the Halloween time, where you're celebrating Halloween. Chapter 1 Season 4, which is a great middle-of-the-year season. Chapter 1 Season 3 felt like a real shift for the game. This was Chapter 1 Season 3 was the first time it really became worldwide. And Chapter 1 Season 2 was also another great season for the Christmas time because it came out around that time, and that was the first Battle Pass that we got in the game. But for me personally, Chapter 1 Season 7 is a top 5 season of this game. Hell, even a top 3 season. And I think that no other Christmas-based season will top this season.